say the date.
Okay, we're continuing with the Maimer Basi Legani, which is a Maimer, a Hasidic discourse that the Rebbe gave on the 10th of Shvat, 1969. And we're up to page Yud Aleph, the 11th page in the chapter 7. The Rebbe asks a question in the previous chapter. That Midas HaNetzach, when a person is exertive in the sense that he needs to be victorious in something, exerts himself to the extent that he's all out to be victorious. So Chassidus explains that in the same sense that in this physical world, when the army fights a war, all-out war for the king, so the king gives out the treasures of what he has gathered in the course of over the course of the generations, his parents, his grandparents, all his ancestors. So the question is, how is it that on the spiritual level, when we speak about it on the spiritual level, that it's also that through Midas HaNetzach, through the exerting oneself in Midas HaNetzach to be victorious, a person reaches a treasure which the treasure itself in the higher world is considered concealed. It's not in any way able to be revealed. And here we say that the treasure itself is being revealed. So the question is, how is it that such an inyan could be revealed in this physical world? So the Rebbe explains it with an example of something which is the essence alone, the moyer, as he mentions, as he explains it further in detail, and that alone is revealed even to the lowest intellectual people. The Rebbe says we can possibly say the explanation for that, Behegdem, introduction, as the Alter Rebbe writes in Tereir, Divra Maschel Pasach Eliyahu. The Alter Rebbe said in Tereir, Pasach Eliyahu, which is Parsha Vayera, Sha'atzimtzum hoyarak ba'er v'lei ba'moyer. The tzimtzum, the restriction of the revelation, which took place, the first tzimtzum, the first restriction and concealment of the light, was only in the light, but not in the luminary itself, which generates the light. Umasha kosa b'kisvi arizal. Shal idei atzimtzum. What it says in Kisvi Arizal, that through the tzimtzum, there was a cholol u'makam poni lamidas ha'ilamis, that there was through the tzimtzum, through the restriction and concealment of the light, this caused an empty, hollow space for the position of the world. Hakavona bazei shel cholol v'reik meno eir, that it is only empty and hollow from the revelation. Shalenishar be'er v'gilui, that the air, the light, the revelation was completely removed to the side. In order it should enable that there should be potential for creation of worlds, even the highest world. So the Eibishter decided and wanted the place where these worlds need to exist should be empty from the revelation, which means they should be that the restriction of the light accomplishes that space where worlds need to be coming in creation should be removed from the revelation. There shouldn't be any revelation, because revelation to coexist with world cannot go together. The revelation is an infinite revelation, so it can't go together with the revelation itself, with the light, with world. So therefore, you needed to remove the light completely on the side, which this tzimtzum, this restriction, this concealment of the light is different than all the tzimtzumim that followed in the Seder Ishtalshalos, that followed in the chain of creation, because the other tzimtzumim relate to minimizing the revelation, or al derech, like we say, l'mashal, for example, in tzimtzum gufa, there's many different explanations. There are different stages. There's a stage of tzimtzum that is called tzimtzum miyot ha'er, minimizing the light, limiting the light. And then there's also a tzimtzum which is called al derech, like we say today, it's called avonim bilti mesudoris, stones that are not organized. In English it would be called, and simply put, it would be called Scrabble. It's al derech, like you take words that don't make, letters that don't make any sense, and they're all mixed together, they're all confused together. So but when the words are written in a certain sequence, so there's a certain logic to them, so a person can understand what the words mean. But if the words are scrabble, so then there's no, the seichel, the light that is in the words, like somebody has to put together a puzzle. So there's seichel there, but it's completely hidden. When a person figures out what's going on, he can actually see what is going on and what words are in this puzzle. In the same sense also, the eir, the tzimtzum, the restriction of the revelation before Atzilus was considered like scrabble. Stones, unorganized stones, not stones that have a certain structure, a certain design, but they're actually unorganized. When it comes to the tzimtzum, which is the first tzimtzum, by that tzimtzum, the beginning of the creation, that tzimtzum is actually a tzimtzum which is a complete removal of the light. A complete removal of the light. A removal of the revelation. This is the only tzimtzum, restriction, which is an exceptional tzimtzum, which is completely removing the revelation. So therefore, the tzimtzum, the restriction, only applied to the revelation. Aval hamoyer nimtza b'chol makim. But the moyer, the luminary of the revelation, is found everywhere. Umeisev b'tereir shebamoyer l'shayich tzimtzum chas v'sholem. As he adds in the Maimer of Tereir, as mentioned earlier, Hasidic discourse of the Alter Rebbe, shamoyer in the moyer itself, it's not shayich tzimtzum chas v'sholem. Inyan of restriction. Hainu. Not only that in an actual way there was no restriction, more yet, there wasn't even shayach tzimtzum.
Is he talking about this world?
All the worlds, yeah. All the worlds. Right. In all the worlds, the moyer, the essence alone is there, but not the revelation. So he says not only that there wasn't an actual restriction, it's not even, there isn't even a potential for that. The moyer, the essence is bizgalus in a revealed way. The leirak shal yedei atzimtzum lei nase helem bamoy. Not only that through the restriction, there wasn't any concealment accomplished in the moyer, in the source of light. Mikiven shatzimtzum hayorak ba'er v'lei bamoyer. Because the tzimtzum, the restriction took place only in the revelation, not in the source of light. Kenal ela adarab. On the contrary, ayidei atzimtzum uizgalos hamoyer. That through the tzimtzum, the restriction of the revelation, there's a revelation of the moed of the luminary. Mamshich sham. What does it mean, moed? The zeu atam shafilu tenekes yedim sheyesh sham eleka motzi. That this is also the reason that children even know that there's eleka motzi, there's an Eibishter. The Eibishter is found everywhere. That the Shem Shamayim, the name of Hashem, is recited by everybody. Because in the moed, in the luminary itself, there is no, the revelation is lemata in this lower world as in the higher world. So now the Rebbe is going to continue and explain what is the difference between moed and gilui, eir. And then speak about Isarusa the Leili, Isarusa the Sata. It's a very deep maimer.
How do you have light? How do you have mar without light, or light without a mar? It says the Alidei Hatzimtzum who is Galas Hamar.
Moed is the etzem, the essence of light. The essence. It's not the moed beis galus. It's not the eir is beis galus. Right. The revelation is not beis galus. We'll see further. The Rebbe explains it, how it's translated in simple terms, how the Baal Shem Tov brought it down. It's basically the awareness. The Rebbe says when you ask a child, does he know about revelations about Sfiras? He doesn't know. Does he know about Eibishter? Yes, he knows. He says, what is it? Because that's in the awareness of everybody.
Right. But light, the atom is symptom, because you won't have light unless there's symptom. You only have mar. So the fact that there's light means there's symptom.
Right, but on the other hand, this is in comparison to the moyer, but on the other hand, revelation itself needs to be received, and world was not a vessel for it. That's why there was a need for contraction, for a restriction. Mitzad the Gilui, there was a need for a restriction. Moed, he can be everywhere and he can be concealed. Eir is mugder. Eir means he is light. If there's no